Wish I could find the words to say to communicate my hurts and pains, but until then, I just put my pain in the paragraphs. My pain in paragraphs.
Oh man, Bumps is a very cliche. What I mean by that is it's family dude, very family oriented, works the 9 to 5 and does music as a hobby still, I guess, you know, in the spare time when I'm not changing diapers and giving baby baths and reading stories and stuff. The government, or just obviously you talking about Bumps? Yeah. I just told Wado today, I was like, I cringe every time I have to answer this question. Bumps INF came from back in the day. We used to just do like, we used to make these tapes, freestyle, and just basically we would battle each other on tape and stuff like that. This is back before, you know, battling what it was, you know, or back before it, yeah, whatever. It wasn't URL and King of the Dot and all that stuff, but and we just kind of clown each other in the tapes or whatever. And I had no idea I would be a rapper or whatever. But basically one day my dude he was ragging on me because I had acne on my face, and he was like, man, you got infinite bumps on your face. And I don't know why, we just like, I'm Bumps INF or whatever. And it's just like a testament of how serious I take rap, which is not very serious at all. It's kind of like a joke to me in many senses I should say. But yeah, it's definitely it was kind of a joke. And then next thing I know, it was like the music got a little bit more serious, and then you know, before I knew it, it was kind of like too late, you know. Yeah, and there's already a Mark J within the Christian rap community, so I can't really use my government name, I guess. Salvation story. Well, it was 2005. It was February 2005 actually. I'm sure people have heard bits and pieces of it from the records I put out or whatnot. But yeah, man, there were certain circumstances they gotta use. Actually, in the Painted Paragraphs promo, I talked a lot about my sister-in-law killing herself. One of my good dudes that I did music with was murdered. Those definitely was like, they hit way too close to home. And throughout that whole process, I had a dude who I used to hoop with a lot, who was kind of like sharing the gospel with me. And what's crazy is during the midst of all that, I had my CD player get stolen out of my car, and I just randomly had a tape player in the back, so I had to install that. So while we was installing like this tape player, I found this cassette tape on the ground. I don't know where it came from. Turns out it was The Truth, the Moment of Truth tape, and that was the only thing I had to listen to. So it was like, I was like, this is dope, you know. I wasn't saved at the time, and but I just constantly rocked the only tape I had, and you know, somebody was sharing the gospel with me, ironically, at the same time. And then through those deaths, it was just like the perfect storm of things, you know, that God used to ultimately bring me to Himself. So you know, it was one night, late February 2005, just cried out to the Lord. Actually, me and Biz, I kind of heard about Biz through all the you know, the Jay-Z controversy or whatever. I was kind of late to that party. Like I caught on kind of late. At this time, he was getting ready to put out The Messenger 2, and I had listened to it, you know, after hearing a bunch of negative stuff about Biz. And I remember listening to the Messenger, that track, and then I listened to the whole Messenger 1, and I was stunned that people would like attack him the way they did, because I was like, you listen to the whole thing, it's like, there's no way this dude doesn't love God. Like, after listening to his whole CD, it was just like, you could just hear the Father's heart in all of his music. So during that whole time, Biz started shooting out tweets about like this Christ Reign track, which is, you know, people who kind of follow us or are familiar with the music, are, you know, that seems to be like you know, one of those tracks everybody's familiar with. Everybody loves Christ Reigns or whatnot. But at the time, that was actually a contest. This was like, submit your hottest 16, you know, and you'll be on the Messenger or Messenger 2, blah 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 blah. Totally out of character. I typically don't do stuff like that. I was in my car, had some free time at work, waiting to go into an account, and I just kind of wrote the verse. That's how I even ended the verse off. I was like, yo, I wrote this on a short occasion. I'm gonna end it by saying the Lord's amazing or whatever. That was definitely, I wrote that verse in like a half an hour or something like that. That is definitely a fail. Studio cut. But long story short, I submitted, my 16. He shot me an email back like, yo, love the verse. Be ready to send my waves. Through that, we just started building on the phone. Me, him, and Lavoisier. Just kind of had like this three-way connection to where we just kept building and building, and the friendship was awesome. We continued to make music, and then the music making process, everything just seemed right about it. It was, prayed about it or whatever. After he proposed, like, yo, what do you think about, being down with the squad or whatever? And, everything just came together, man, and it seemed like the right move. Obviously, it was really, because everything just worked itself out. So, but yeah, I guess it all came together through a contest. Painted Paragraphs is basically a collection of songs that kind of manifested themselves or came out of, obviously one of the most difficult times of my life. I went through a divorce, went through a period of time where, I have full custody of my children, three children. Basically, doing the single father thing or whatnot. My wife at the time, or my ex-wife now, she's not a believer or whatnot. So went through that. Went through they say hurt people, which is absolutely 100% true. It's what happened with me. Fell into, massive depression. Did a lot of out of character stuff. Fell into, heavy alcohol. This is 5 years post salvation, as well. This is like Bumps has gospel albums out or mixtapes out, and this is what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, fell into sin with chicks. Just really trying to find healing in everything but the healer. Just out of that massive hurt, that void. So Painted Paragraphs, the Martyrs in the Making mixtape, I have 3 solo joints on there. Those are like a precursor to the whole album. If the people who are familiar with those joints know that I was very transparent, very just honest on that whole mixtape about my sin, about the hurts or whatever. And Painted Paragraphs is really just the second half of that. Just songs that I made during that season of life. Just sharing my heart, and people go through this all the time, so I couldn't do nothing but be honest in those joints. So yeah, man, just a collection of songs made in a season of life where the pain, hurt, just sin, just drowning in it. But I think the project will come around full circle. You know what I mean? It won't leave you in this like depressed state, somber. It's like, oh, there's no hope. We just, you know what I mean? Like, I talk about, being restored and like the intimacy with the Lord, just kind of coming back to fruition and stuff. So, whole lot. Actually, I'm getting married in 5 days. Yeah, getting remarried. Dropping the first album, obviously on the 28th, which is a couple days after I'm getting married. So those two things have my life upside down right now. I do not recommend dropping an album 3 days next to your wedding. So yeah, man, things have been everything's well. No complaints, man. Just really enjoying fellowship with other brothers and sisters, and the whole music thing and the family thing. I'm just excited, man, about what's going on. I really just want to be honest in the music. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be like I'm not trying to be a picture perfect Christian or I shouldn't say that. I'm not trying to be. I guess I'm just trying not to create a false perception of myself. I'm just trying to be 100% honest, within the music, and hopefully, people can benefit off of that. I've just been shocked at the reaction I've gotten from the honesty in the music, and people being able to appreciate that, because I think there's this facade within the whole within Christendom that's created it to where it's almost like it discourages people from honesty, to where people are ashamed of, you know, their humanity in some sense. I would, you know, I probably sound like a heretic, but I kind of think sin is inevitable in the walk of, you know, in our walk. It happens. Not to say that it has to happen, but when it does happen, you know, we need to be honest with each other. You know, be there for each other. Just encourage other, you know, brothers and sisters going through the same stuff. So, you know, that's really all I want to do in my music, man. It's just I just want to help people, and that's, you know, even if they're not Christian, you know what I mean? Like I hope that one day my music can transcend that to where people can, or from different walks of life, you know, be encouraged just by, you know what I mean? Like I try to keep an open ear when I listen to music, as opposed to like, well, not this, I can't rock with it or whatever, but just try to lend ear and pull something positive from, you know, anybody's music. That's what I want to do. I just want to help people. Obviously, I want to edify the body, absolutely. But you know, I want to build and not destroy. And to take it, you know, to that extent. You know, I want to give life to people who hear it, and you know, and just keep it 100. You know, Painted Paragraphs, August 28th. Go get it. Support, please. It's much appreciated. I need a when you edit this to make like my children with like flies on them and stuff. You know, like we need this. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it'll be available everywhere. So check it out. If you don't got the guap, just go to the website and download the free stuff. So yeah.
I've been through the furnace, boy, I've been through that meat grind. Got enough opinions here, surely you don't need mine. So what I'll do is just spill my pain out on each line and tell you how I feel when experiencing mine. It's been a long year, yeah, it's been a long year. Droughts got me feeling like I'm Samson without long hair. So powerless, not knowing if I'll persist. God, I can't hear your voice. Life gets so loud it clips. Now the distortions kinda got my mind filled with doubts. I got divorced and watched the mother of my children bounce. And yeah, I agree, but most of my pain was felt for the children. Cause every day I see the pain that she left them to deal with. All in their faces isn't fear, my son is only 3. And he gotta ask his dad, where his mommy go and leave? Plus my 2 daughters discard him emotionally. Gotta searching for the hope that Jehovah supposedly brings.
Wish I could find the words to say to communicate my hurts and pains, but until then, I just put my pain in the paragraphs. My pain in paragraphs. I tell you, but it hurts to say, so I came up with the perfect way. If you don't mind, I just put my pain in the paragraphs. My pain in paragraphs.
This all happened, my life just started unraveling. I was in a place where I never thought I'd be back again.